difficult. For instance, if you go to your search engine like Google, once you type the name of what you are looking for, right, you see it in a translated and understand. But if you want to go looking at the mechanics, the language, because they have something called IP, they call it API. You know, API is a programming language. It's like a messenger. So if I talk to you, I write it in plain English, that messenger will take it, translate it to the language that the computer can understand, and then go get that information in that language. And it's just 1 second and I said, just click of the button. Then it's boom, 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 boom. So it's just like, you know, the way it works is so fast that the language that is happening behind the scene, you don't even know. But by the time it's bringing that language back, it's bringing in a format that you can understand. But when it goes in a format that you cannot understand. If they show you what you have written, it's crazy. But it goes and said, Mr. Arnold asked for this info in a coded language. Look for what you asked and then bring it back in, because computer doesn't understand English.
Thank you.
It's just crazy.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Vincent. You made it easier for me.
Thank you.
I haven't fully understood, but it's okay. I understand the best domain and what was the other one? The website address and the URL. As Marty said, the URL is wrong.
Right.
And
Good question.
Once again, let me add, all this that we're talking about, you don't need to know. It's for educational purposes. You don't need to know it. So don't go away. Oh my gosh, I don't know where my IP is. I don't know where my URL is. I don't know. You don't need to know any of that. It's just examples of how things work. There's two languages. There's computers and human language. And when you come up with certain things, you have to mess to do. That's all. It's not, don't worry about you happen to learn, have to learn any of this. It's just good to know. I wanted to know. Some people want to know.
Thank you, Marty, and thank you, Arnold, for the question. Let's give it, you're welcome. Let's give David some time to interpret in Pidgin. Go ahead, David. Are you able to hear us, David?
Yeah, but he's frozen in time.
Oh. Alrighty. Shall we just go on to Willow? And we'll go back to
keep going.
David when he comes back. Okay. Hi, Willow.
Hi, darling. Arnold, my darling, wherever you are, I've lost you on the screen. I like to use a little good kitchen logic here. I have to break everything down in my brain. I have ADHD, so I have to slow down. But this is how I think of domain names and our URLs and all of that. I consider my website a piece of real estate that I've purchased. The domain name is an ad the post office hooks onto it so they can find me. And they can find my real estate. So if you keep it in a kind of real short manner in your mind, Arnold, you can deal with all the rest of it. I got a piece of real estate that's going up in value. I got a donate thing that's going to get profit also in line. But all it is a group of numbers attached to my piece of real estate. It tells people and places and things where to get me. And so if you keep it simple, like I say, my kitchen logic works for me all the time. Even when I was programming, I used kitchen logic. That's why I'm not doing it anymore, probably. But you've got to keep it in mind, I've already said. This is good to know, and we need to know what's behind it. But we don't have to grieve over it and worry that we're not able to get it. Because you are going to get it. You're going to know, and you're going to be a pro in a year. You're going to know, well, I got to get this, and I got to get that. But don't sweat it now. Don't sweat it. Just think in terms of you got a piece of property, and you're going to make it hot. And you've got some numbers attached to it that's going to help you do it. If you keep that kind of logic in mind, it's going to be so much simpler how to deal with things. I know I've got a lot of teachers that are totally stymied by the internet. And when COVID hit them and they had to use Zoom, they were out there left field. And we were all conferring together. Nobody knew what the hell we were doing. But we learned, and you will too. You will learn what you want to do. And just remember, you've got a piece of real estate that's valuable. And you're getting it because you're Onpassive. Just remember that, okay? And
Thank you for those wise words.
Call me and I'll tell you how to work your stuff. Don't worry. All right. Thank you, darling.
Thanks, Lilo. All right.
Thank you, Arnold and Collins. And I forget the other guy's name. Vincent.
Thank you. We're coming up on 2 hours. What we're going to do is we're going to take the last people you see, Karen, Mary, Elizabeth, and Sajib. Again, Sajib will be the last commenter for tonight or today, wherever you're at. So now we go on to Karen George. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you so much.
Hello. Good to see you
I have
here.
2 questions. I have 2 questions to ask.
Good. Go ahead and ask.
Thank you. This question is to the tech or Mati. The first one is, how do we differentiate the phishing domain addresses from the original or the genuine one? How do we differentiate that?
All right, Collins, Vincent.
She said how to differentiate the domain. I didn't catch the domain and what. Please
How do we differentiate the phishing domain address from the original one?
the phishing mail?
The addresses that the scammers use, they try to duplicate the phishing.
So that's
Here, listen. Every website that you own now, you could take any one of those URLs, and when you purchase a domain, you redirect that to your new domain. You're not different. It's the same thing. It's just a different title. You took the URL, you dressed it up into a nice name called a domain. They're not separate. They're the same. You don't want to hand a customer those URL that are there because they're ugly and they're huge and nobody's going to remember it. You buy a domain, there'll be a way to forward your web page to that domain. So you no longer have to share the one in your back office. You will share KarenGeorge.com. That's the domain you have. And KarenGeorge.com will go to link 51 if that's what you want. And they won't see that. They'll just say, oh, I remember Karen George. They're not going to read your URL because it's too long. That's for computer talk. You don't have to make a separation. You're taking what you want and you're actually marrying it to the domain name that you picked. That's all you're doing. That's it. And once you have it, boom, you can put it out there for whatever. I have many pages. And I have many pages that are redirected to one domain. How I do that is I got a rotator, and I'm not going to get into that because we only have 4 more questions left, and I'm going to make it work. But what it is, you're just taking one URL, and you're saying, they go to the link 51. You're not switching anything. You're just renaming an ugly name. That's really all you're doing.
Thank you, Mati. My next question is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my next question is regarding the SSL. On the domain, is the SSL inbuilt into the domain, or do we have to download it every time a customer buys it?
Maddie, that question is more of a security. SSL is
the
security socket layer. So
yep.
I said was just to tell you how secure domain is. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just about security. That you just have to have confidence in our domain because it's secure. Have a registered, secure license.
Exactly. You don't have to push any special button. It is there. When you use your domain, it has that special security built in. That was your question. So no, you don't have to add anything. It's just letting you know that it's an extra layer of security. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. That was really good questions. It helps all of us. So thank you for asking it. Next, we have Mary Carroll. Come on down, Mary.
Hello again. Thank you, Lynn. I just have this question. When our domain names are given, does it require a password or not? Pardon my ignorance.
That's not an ignorant question. That's a great question, right, Marty?
No. Yeah, it's okay. There's no bad questions. I've already asked all the bad questions. Don't worry about that. When Ask opens up ODomain, there'll be a login. I'm sure of it. All of them all have separate logins, but yet you can all do it from one platform. So it's beautiful. You'll log in. You'll say, I want maryj.com. And let's say it says, nope, that's been taken. Okay, I want maryjk.com. Yep, you can have it. Now you got it. Now what you do is there'll be a thing there that says, where would you like to direct this, Mary? And you say, link 51. So you put that big ugly thing in there, click, you push a button, and now maryjk.com will go to link 51. It is really that simple. Really, really that simple. And then it just runs and runs and runs. You don't have to do anything with it for the whole life that we're actually renting them, but you'll be able to get it again the next year or 2 years or 5 years or whatever. So I hope I answered that, but it's easy, very, very simple. Like GoDaddy's the same thing. I go in, I say, what domain names do I have? I open up, I made another page. I want a domain name, and I find a domain name. I say, can I have this? Usually it says no. Can I have this? No. Then it gives you recommendations. Well, you can't have that, and you can't have that, but you could try this. I go, I don't want that. That's worse than what I have. And then you just work forth until you find something you want. But there's one domain in the whole world. So just because Ash owns a register doesn't mean he can make up all these new domains. If they're taken, they're taken. Like Coke.com or Nike.com. I'm sure it's taken, no matter where. But if you come up with a neat name or something that's unique, a lot of people use their name, and you punch that in that says you can have it, then you just redirect it. That'll all be, trust me, all of this you're done. I mean, super simple. That's how I have the whole system. He's not building it for marketers, he's building it for people, real people. So you'll be okay. Everything. Plus, you've got 1,300,000 in front of you. You'll probably be helping people, Mary, as far as I see. So you're not going to be the one needing help. So, but yeah, that's how it works. I hope I answered what you asked.
Yes, you did. So to access that, we still go through. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lynn.
Mary, awesome. We have next Elizabeth Babe. Talk to us, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm coming to you from Madang province in Papua New Guinea. Thank you, Matt T. Thank you, the tech boys. And thank you, everyone, Papua New Guineans. Inokata staff on this webinar. I am happy to be here on the webinar. And I have learned a lot of things. Mati, I want to tell you that, there is something that I never knew. I just picked it up, and that is URL. I didn't know what URL stands for. And I just picked it up, and you said it's Universal Resource Location. Is that correct?
Locator.
Oh, locator. Okay,
Yeah.
locator. All right. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much indeed, brother. Okay, my question now is, are we already using the AI domain, or we still working on it? Say, for example, if I want to write Elizabeth Bade at AI, is that okay? Or am I?
Yeah, absolutely. You mean the email service we have?
Yes, the email service, the old mail.
Yeah. You can use it. Yes, you can absolutely use it. Yes.
So I'll write Elizabeth Bade at AI.com. No, just Elizabeth Bade at .ai. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, good. On Papua New Guinea, sorry, Milak asking Tasol on sem Tesla all mail product the Yumin Army staff. I mean, good plamoyet, they must concept, na imi tram long practice the use him sample along with the product so that you can stop inside the picture long him, the time also products come into effect or come into action. By any sample on something by me working also when I mean like using this all mail. I mean bringing this question you come from Marty long to clear suppose I'm all right, let me use him all mail or no god. So me ask him also, suppose me put the name from me Elizabeth Bade, now me talk .ai, and me all right now me talk yes, that's okay, we can go ahead and use that. We can use him this plan. So I'm just explaining it in Pidgin and doing it in English at the same time, Marty. But I want to tell you that I am really learning a lot from what you guys are doing. I am not a tech person. I was born before technology. That's one thing you must know. And I love listening to all the things that you guys are presenting to us and educating us and making us aware of what's happening. And, to build this business with our CEO and founder, just the word founder made me sign up with Onpassive because I thought, okay, I want to be a founder of this business. And I didn't know much about it, but now I have been learning and I will never look back, Martin. Thank you so much for bringing the opportunity and hooked on with David Bakau. And you have really blessed this nation. Thank you so much, and God bless your heart. And thank you, Ash, and your family for the sacrifice that you are going through to be lifting the humanity of this world. And Papua New Guinea is going to be especially blessed by this particular business. Marty, thank you so much for giving us the gift. And through Ash, you brought it to us. Thank you so much, Kimby.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Elizabeth, that was
all,
just beautiful.
That's all I
beautiful
have to say,
words. That was lovely.
Friend, I love you.
Oh, love you too. You shared so beautifully tonight. Thank you for your heart. You're amazing. All right, we'll have our final person here today. Hey, down near, he has a bright smile, and he's raring to go to make his comment or ask his question. Go ahead, Sajid.
Hey, this is Shajib Moni. I'm a secretary in Bangladesh. And Lynn, hey, this is my brand. Okay, I love Chris. He's my brother. Integamo, David Baker, Tony Mock, Lestera, Kelly, Tina. It's an everyone. I feel always. I feel we are on Passive family, and this is the great family in the world. Enjoy the process. Our Ash is always saying, is enjoy the process. Onpassive is a miracle company, not a miracle company. This is a real platform, real product, and it's an everything is real. It's a lot of beauty of Onpassive. You just research, read it. You just think, oh, how beauty is. So enjoy the process. We have a domain name, we have a hosting, we have a lot of things. We are a digital platform, no doubt. So that's why I love my CEO, Honorable CEO, Mr. Ash Mukhare. I love Onpassive, and I love on our Honorable Onpassive family. So we are here and calling my brother from UK. I was living in that was time is 2009, and then so thank you, calling brother. I'm a CEO. I am just nostalgia of my previous time in living in UK. So thank you, calling, and I have a little bit one question, Alin. When we are just paid new got foundership, our Gusmandar Dillon on back office, not right now, it's today, Monday. So when we are just put on our money, new got foundership. Did you got my point, Lynn? And
I missed the end. Anybody got that? I missed the crux of that statement. You want to repeat that real fast?
Actually, we are just try new foundership, got new foundership. Then we are just deposit our bank card, but not accept our company Onpassive. Right now, today is Monday. We are not put our money, got a new foundership.
So what he's saying is, I think they have done the registration, but when they try to the registration, the bank being accepted.
Yeah, I can answer that. Yeah, I can answer that. On it this minute, it should be addressed very soon.
Yes. Okay. So thank you. Really, I am so much happy to myself because PNG webinar is the best webinar. I know very well personally because I love PNG webinar. And here is a lot of honorable people. Just I am saying to everyone, love you. We are here. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone. Hey, and I am just little bit sing a song. We are a unicorn. We are the star. And in a hand, in it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
We love your enthusiasm and your loyalty to Onpassive and the fact that you love our PNG webinar. We love it too. And coming back and sharing. We appreciate you. You put a smile on our faces. Thank you. All right, so we're going to wrap up tonight. I want to go to David Bakau as we end this lovely webinar. David.
Thank you, Lynn, and thank you for tuning in this afternoon's webinar. Night, wherever you are around the globe, we just want to appreciate all of you. Thank you for a very informative session this afternoon and a lot of discussion, people involved in discussing and asking questions. I believe all of us have learned from this webinar. I'll just translate to Pidgin. Thank you, long yumi olgata. Thank you, ibla olgata kam joining me long this lag. Meeting long abinun. you missed up of PNG and close M 4 o'clock finish. Honorable country and close to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock morning low side long. But only sacrifice him time long. Now only stop on Yumi because all like him Yumi now the time. Also come long webinar Yumi. So appreciate him all long this passing long. So plantis talk and you clear domain name only talk lang and most address long house you. Na website and most house you. So time all type in domain name and address here and about come inside the house the website. Now all by looking one and something you walk along Salim inside on this house. So M1 plus something people lining long now abin. So M computer in business you missed up long M one plus MLM or networking company, IT company, information technology company. So suppose you founder, you start inside of this business, you must hamamas. Now you establish it as all and close to time now by me play Kamlo market. Now by me looking sambla osem you me by talk osem mango by put down come down lo di. Diwa na ba imi kisim na imi kan kagad. Selamat na film sweet long. So thank you long iplong kata long this labinun. Thank you Lynn, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you Mati, my brother from another mother, and thank you I see Willow there and all the others that have joined and participate. Thank you OTEC guys, Collins and the other side. I can't see you on the I can't see you all on the screen at the moment. But thank you very much and God bless you. We'll meet again in our next week Sunday's meeting. You can all unmute and you can talk.
Yes. Oh, before we do that, I wanted to say one more thing. Tomorrow, Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern is to be a Heroes webinar. It will be posted in the back office. The topic is going to be O-Domain. Collins and Vincent will be there to give you more information. So now that you know about, the domain name registrar, now you can learn about the product itself through Collins, Vincent, and our other OTEC pros. So feel free to join us tomorrow. And again, that's 30 p.m. Eastern. You'll see that in the back office. So please join if you can. And we look forward to seeing you back here. All of you, we had over 200 attendees today. Come back every week at the same time for various topics that'll be of benefit to you. We want to thank